Good afternoon, everyone. It's serotonin. I wanted to talk to you today about the gratitude that I'm feeling and the trust that I'm having that everything really is exactly the way it should be. Um, and this is a very personal um, realization, and I wonder if you might be having some of these yourselves. So I thought I would just talk about this a little bit, so that maybe you can it can aid those of us who are not feeling alignment, that there is alignment. um, I have peeled back many layers of the onion over the last few years, and I'm realizing that so much of my life that was occurring before this was set up so perfectly to support my understandings and realizations now. And the most recent one, strangely enough, actually comes from a place where a lot of pain and anger and frustration was from is being held for a long time. And that is actually with my siblings. So I'm the youngest of three, and I'm younger than my other two, my siblings, by quite a bit. Not like a lot, but they're closer in age. They're 2 years apart. And I'm 7 years and 5 years apart from them. So I kind of, they were like sort of raised as a unit, and I was sort of raised on my own in a sense, because things had really changed. My parents had really changed as after I was born, or after they were growing up and I was born. So one of the things that my mom used to do, which is just horrendous, and please never do this to your children, is allow my sister to babysit. She's the eldest, the rest of us. And she's a really responsible person. She did a great job babysitting other people, but babysitting other people's kids and babysitting your own siblings are obviously two completely different things. And one of the things that would occur invariably almost every single time is that they would start to mess with me. And they used to play this game where one of them would be like, quick, quick, Sarah, you have to come with me because your brother is, he's evil and he's going to try and capture you. And so you have to come hide with me. We're going to go hide from him over here. So my sister and I would rush off, and she would go and hide me. And then after a few minutes hiding, she would suddenly turn evil, and she would say, oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you. Your brother is the one who's trying to save you. I'm the bad one. And then she would start to sort of try and get me. And then my brother would come and run, and he would come and save me, and he would find me a safe hiding place, and then he would do the same. He would eventually wait a little bit of time, and he would eventually turn on me. And this, of course, led to many things. It led to therapy in my adulthood, but more sort of immediate, it led to me completely losing my crap, pardon my French, and hiding under my parents' bed and crying unconsolably, to the point that my brother and sister would realize that they had gone way too far, and they try and reel it back before they got themselves in the doghouse, because they knew that like my reportings were going to be pretty accurate. They were going to get found out. They were going to get in trouble. So this is the weird thing that I'm feeling really grateful for right now. And, like I was saying, this was something I discussed in therapy, among other things. And my primary reason for being in therapy was because I was training as a therapist, and the school that I went to forbade you to continue training without doing your own therapy, which actually, believe this or not, is actually a unique factor in a lot of therapy training, which I think is absolutely ludicrous. I think it should be the primary number one rule of becoming a therapist as you go into therapy. You can't give what you can't take, is my opinion. It's just karma. It's just natural law. Anyway, what I'm finding really grateful out of this scenario is that I learned to suss out um, fakery and a bad intention very easily. And it did not come to a surprise to me as an adult to find out that all these people posing as our saviors were in fact not. it was like a training. It's so weird to think about it that way, but it is. The other thing is, I don't know if I've spoken about this. I know I've made tons of videos, but I don't know if any of them have ended up on the YouTube channel yet. But I have a story to tell about my brother and his quote unquote mental illness. And I think I'm going to save it for another day. I don't think it's a today story because it's very involved and I need to get my thoughts together in order to do it. But my brother was the main point in my awakening to everything. So I have a lot of gratitude towards him, even though at this point I'm not in contact with him because I think he has been taken over. I think he's being taken over by another entity, to be totally honest with you. But again, that's a story for another day, because boy, is it a story. Anyway, the other thing that I have a lot of gratitude for is that before all of this change, massive change happened to him, he was a professional charmer. This is how he got by. This is how he managed things. My brother is very good looking, by most people's standards, I would say, and a lot of charisma. And he is one of these people who got everything through charming people. And when you know someone like that and you're close to someone like that and you love someone who's like that, you can see it a mile off. So Obama didn't have me, tricked for too long. I totally remember thinking of him positively at the time, but as an it boy. He was like the it boy in high school, you know? Like Beck, the musician Beck. I think of him as being sort of like the popular nerd, like the one that everybody just kind of was like, yeah, he's all right. But not Obama. He was like the guy that everyone wanted to know. And those people generally don't carry that responsibility very well. They tend to abuse that situation. Anyway, I'm just having a funny morning, and was thinking about these things and decided that I was going to make this video today because I think it's really important when we fully accept and love all of our challenges and difficulties. I think it really heals you in a very deep way. And I have a lot of, I struggle a lot with that relationship because I see so much of, there's affects of my brother in one of my children. So, it makes me feel nervous. And I need to get past that. I need to get over that. I need to let everybody be themselves and all of my experiences be my strength and my power. And if I can't take power from that, personal power, not power to overcome other people, but power within myself, then I need to keep trying to find that. Because I need to loop into my own energy and my own power source and my own fire, right? The things that changed you, the things that forged you, right? Your metal. Yeah, anyway. I hope you're having a very metal day and thinking some positive thoughts about all your experiences. I hope this prompts you to look for the gratitude, to seek that silver lining in the cloud. Anyway, much love to all of you. Take good care of each other. God bless. I'll talk to you soon.